Who are you? This is our lesson on identity. Figuring out who you are will help solidify the women you can bring into your life, the types of women you should be looking for, and kind of really is the foundation for everything else in Skip the Date, Get the Girl. Our entire system is built around identity. It's built around your personality, yourself. So the stronger you are, the more comfortable you are with who you are, the better you're going to do. Different men need different tactics. Once we know who you are and your target, what you're looking for, we can make it rain, beautiful women. There's really two types of guys. Guys who've got it together and looks guys. And there's girls on these sites for everyone. You want to create a persona and a mindset for your profiles that's built around who you want to represent. There are girls who only want guys over 65. There are girls who want guys under 40. And most girls really can be drawn to any guy as long as you have a great profile, which is built around a great identity. So if you start by knowing who you are, the rest is just going to fall into place, which is what's so awesome. So as we go towards creating a persona, are you more towards got it together guys side of the spectrum or a looks guy side of the spectrum? I'm going to be honest with you, my looks aren't that great. I'm really average, I'm really boring, I'm a regular guy. So for me, I'm all about the blue. And that's what's so great. If you're a got it together guy, your persona can be something like, at the end of the spectrum, you could be like Richard Gere in Pretty Woman, the guy who can completely change your life, who knows who he is, who's like the boss of his company, buys and sells companies for a living, a total tier 1 alpha guy. Or you can be the older guy who can save her, the guy who can help her figure out how to get through life, maybe help her deal with the pressure of graduating college and not being able to find a job and having all the student loans, like all those stresses you feel in your 20s, right? Maybe you can help guide her through those tumultuous times. You have wisdom, experience, and sanity. You can be a father figure. You travel first class or maybe even business class, or maybe, she's never even been on a plane. So there's all these kind of things you bring to the table, like stability and knowing who you are and having your life together that she doesn't have, that, when we're in our 20s, most people don't have. We don't really know what our career is going to be. We think that college is going to solve all the answers, and you graduate college and you can't find a job, right? All these stresses and things that are kind of hitting us like a million miles an hour, you know how to deal with them because you've been there, done that, and that wisdom is so valuable and sexy. Or maybe you're looks guys. You've got this powerful sexual energy. You're young and a successful exception. You really know what you want to do with your life, and so you're on a path. You've got speed, energy, and you're very dynamic. Maybe you're like a travel backpacker style and go on adventures. So, one end of the spectrum, you can take a girl to a nice spa, or you're going to 5-star resorts, and the other guy's like, hey, let's just see the world. We don't have to spend a bunch of money, but I know how to put together a great plan. And I'm confident and comfortable. Let's ride trains through Europe. Let's backpack through Asia. Let's see all the beaches of Thailand. All these kind of different things you can bring to the table, and they're great personas. So start thinking about your identity now and start creating that idea. And you need to start thinking about what you're looking for, because what you're looking for will determine our strategy, the sites you join, the women that you message, and the types of message you send, and what you put in your profile. So this answer, it's so important for building the foundation for getting what you want. Are you looking for something long-term? A girl who's going to come and live in your house and live with you and kind of become a part of your life, or just a girl who lives in your town and you want a young, hot girlfriend that you can show around town and kind of impress all your friends and be awesome. And maybe you want to have her live with you in your house and feed off your wisdom and kind of just be really heavy part of your life. Or maybe you don't want someone that's that intense or that's that much of a relationship, and you just want to have 3 to 5 long-term girlfriends. Maybe you have a girl for each of the 5 weekdays. Monday girlfriend, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturdays and Sundays, you just hang with your buddies. You don't have to be looking for monogamy. You tried it, it didn't work out for you, it wasn't great, it sucked. Now you want several girls so that if one girl falls out of the relationship, you can just replace her and keep on living. And I talk a lot about this in our extra program that's all about how to maintain multiple girlfriends. So don't worry, we go into a lot of details on that in another module. Maybe you're just a guy who wants to have like a bunch of sexcapades. Maybe when you were 18, you married your high school sweetheart. 20 years later, it didn't work out. You've only been with one woman. You really want to go out there and experience what you feel like maybe you missed out on. So you want to play sexual Yahtzee, you want to have threesomes, foursomes, everything in between, just wildness and adventures. That's okay. You can build a profile around that idea. Or maybe you're a total travel guy like me. You're looking for a partner to travel the world with you, or a girl in every port. Maybe you just want to go country to country, and whenever you get there, as soon as you get off the plane, you want a hot girl waiting for you to spend time with you. You can have that one smoking hot girl that travels with you, or just everywhere you go, there's a new girl in each town. Kind of think about what you're looking for. This is really to kind of get your creative juices flowing, and throughout this course, we're going to build out that identity. So take these ideas, and remember, this is the most important thing to avoid kind of getting your feelings hurt or getting overly stressed out. Treat this as a game. Enjoy the journey. Every day, hundreds of new women, stunning women, join every single site. There's 10 sites, hundreds of women. That means thousands are joining every day. Okay? If one girl you message doesn't message you back, do not get upset. Do not emotionally invest too soon. This is like I talked about in the basics video. A lot of guys, they're on OkCupid or Plenty of Fish, one of those normal, everyday, boring, tons of men, almost no women dating sites. And what do? We write these 3, 4, 5 paragraph emails all about how great we are custom. We send every girl her own unique, individualized custom email to show her the effort we'll put in to get her into our lives, right? And then when she doesn't reply, it hurts. Do not emotionally invest too soon. Until you've met the girl, do not let your heart get hurt. And you want to control the numbers. Remember, you want to build a badass profile, send decent emails, and your inbox is going to explode. You're going to become the selector. And that's the mindset we're shifting to. And we're going to talk about this more and more. It takes time to shift from a guy who's got 1 or 2 women into his life, or maybe even no women in his life, into a guy who's got 10, 20, or 50, who's got dozens of options of women that other guys want to date, tier 1 options. So we're kind of going through this transitional phase. So just treat this as a game. Do not get overly emotionally involved in your profile. Some of you are going to have sometimes you're going to have trouble with your first profile. Maybe you make a profile and it just doesn't work. So we tweak and tweak. And a month later, you've got a profile that's getting you hundreds of messages a day. That's okay. Because it's a game, because you're having fun, because you're not thinking, oh, this is a girl judging me. It's not. This is just a girl seeing if we can create the profile that gets you the most responses. It's not a critique of who you are as a man or who you are as a human. That's what the mistake a lot of people make. They think, oh, I've made the perfect profile for this online dating site for Match.com or eHarmony. Now every woman who sees it is judging the real me. That's not what's happening. Is that what you do when you look at a woman's profile? Do you judge the totality of her personality and decide if she's good enough for you or not good enough? Of course not. 90% of the time, you just look at the picture and think, hot, not hot, hot, not hot. And your response, if you met her in a bar or a club or a coffee shop or through friends at a house party or at a work event, would be totally different. Tons of the girls that you would never talk to based on their awful Match.com profiles, if you met them through your social circle, you'd realize they're amazing people and they would attract you. So just realize that this is a game, that we're kind of working a system, that we're developing a strategy for maximizing your results. And it takes a little bit of time. Not every email is going to get a response from every woman. That's okay. One of the great things is that most of these websites delete the records of your messages after 90 days. So you get 4 chances every year with each girl. Just change up your pictures, change the profile description, and you got a second shot after 3 months. So don't worry about it. Just have fun, enjoy the journey, and this can be the most fun you've ever had in your entire life. So that's really the basics of figuring out who you are, your identity, and kind of starting to figure out what you're looking for, what you want, and enjoying the journey. We're going to do more and more and more. This is from skipthedate.com. Skip the date, get the girl.